There are going to be times when you're working in fireworks where you're going to need to draw a complex shape. And in fireworks, there's a really cool little tool called the AutoShapes tool, which draws these shapes for you literally with a click and drag action. To explore this, open up the o3 underscore autoshape.png file located in your exercise folder. And when it opens, you'll see a photo of a guy playing a guitar on a beach. And what we want to do is just sort of add a couple of buttons down here. Now, auto shapes are the answer to a lot of your prayers because they're easy to use. And the auto shapes are down here. You get an arrow that's got a line, a beveled rectangle, a chamfer rectangle, a connector line, which will actually connect between shapes, donuts. Ever tried to draw a donut shape? You know how hard that is. You can use measure tools, pies, rounded rectangles, smart polygon. There's a spiral tool in here. There's even an area where you can draw stars. So let's draw an auto shape. And we're going to choose, let's start with the beveled rectangle. So you got the beveled rectangle selected and just draw just like that. And what we've got here is a rectangle. Now, auto shapes, and I'm just going to zoom in here because I want you to really see what you got here. Auto shapes have these little handles, and what they allow you to do is to manipulate the shape. So by pulling in a handle, you can see that you can actually change the shape. And if you pull this handle here, you can actually resize the shape just by simply clicking and dragging. They act just like any other shape. If you want to change the color, it will. If you want to change the stroke to something else, you can do that. And away you go. Now I'm going to zoom back out, double click the magnifying glass tool. So there's a beveled rectangle. Another shape is the chamfer rectangle. Now this one's kind of neat because it's got, well, you can see it looks like a little plaque. And again, if you zoom in, you see your little handles here, and you just manipulate the shape by moving the handles in or resizing, and it all resizes in proportion. Okay, zoom out. Another great auto shape, of course, is the donut. And if you just click and drag, you can see that it draws a donut for you. It's got the fill and the stroke. And if you pull the handle out, you can make the donut hole bigger or smaller. And if you pull this out, you can actually segment the donut hole. And if you want to reset it, you can. So just pull that out and away you go. Now this Option Alt thing here, if you hold down the Option or the Alt key, you can actually just drag the segment and you can break this into pieces. Another great tool, of course, is the star tool. If you just draw a star here, you can see that you've got roundness settings and so on. And I'm just going to zoom in here so you can see how much fun this tool is. So I'm just going to get the selection tool. Now this one here adjusts the radius of the star, so you can make the star thicker. This is radius 1, so you can bring it in or out. You can actually make these things round. As you can see, you can affect the look of the star. And as you pull this up, the points, you can actually add points to it. So there you go. There's using the auto shape tools. They're great for when you really need to create something complex or something segmented or maybe a button or something like that. And you just don't have the time or you're not too sure how it's going to look.